This is my second year review of Warwick. There's a lot to say. So I've done my first year review and I've got about a month and a bit until I finish second year, which is crazy. But I basically already finished because I'm not going back to uni this year. My fringe is gone, my hair is longer, my roots have grown out. Oh wait, I didn't have my hair dyed. Dyed my hair blonde, dyed my hair pink, dyed my hair purple this week. So a lot has changed in a year and I'm going to tell you about it. I'm just going to summarise the whole year as a whole. Basically, second year was definitely a lot harder than first year. There are a lot of aspects to that, so I'm just going to go through all of them. So like last time, I'm going to talk about my degree first. So overall, it was just a lot harder this year than last year. Like first year was so easy compared to second year, and my first term was just so busy. So I do biomed, and this year we still have like the same amount of lectures. With tutorials, we had them every 2 weeks, and we had rotational tutorials. So that just meant we were put into a new group. Every 2 weeks we'd have a new tutor, and basically they would just teach us about their research. We'd have to read a few articles that they had told us to read. We'd go to the tutorial and we'd discuss it as a group. After the tutorial, we'd have to basically write like a mini essay on it, which was just a lot of work because we had to spend the week before the tutorial reading the articles, which basically took all week. And then after that, we'd have to do the essay, and then as well as doing the essay, we'd have to read for the next one, and then it was just a long like ongoing cycle of just reading and writing. So I think that was the main thing that took up most of my time in first term. With labs, we didn't have them every week. We'd have them, no wait, yeah we did we? I think labs we did have every week, but they were kind of just small weeks to do like one. So we would have 3 weeks just to do one lab, and then we probably have to write a lab report like every 3 weeks or 4 weeks, but the lab reports were much longer and harder because the labs were so long. We also picked our optional modules. So last year we had to pick 2 out of 3. You didn't really have much choice. This year I think we had probably like, I have no idea, but maybe like 8, and we had to pick 1. So there was a lot more choice, but also you could only pick one of them. So I picked neuropharmacology, which was in term 1. The other popular one that most people picked was in term 2. So I ended up having most of my lectures in term 1, and then in term 2 I had less lectures than the people who had picked the one in term 2. So basically what made my term 1 so busy was the tutorials, which we only had in term 1, the labs, my optional module, and also the difference from first year is that we didn't have any tests during term. So yeah, that's basically it. Like there was just a lot, I had a lot going on in term 1, and like as well as degree being intense, it was hard adjusting to like the new living, which I'll explain when I get onto that. Also, I just want to say this year I definitely took my degree more seriously. Last year sometimes I just didn't go because I couldn't be bothered to walk 10 minutes up the hill, while this year it's a half an hour journey, and I always made the effort to go in, which doesn't make sense. So yeah, I was kind of not very happy in term 1. Term 2 after Christmas I definitely like put in the effort to be more happy. Term 2 I made sure I kept up with the lectures and wrote all my notes out in neat every day after the lecture, which really helped me for now, Easter time, where I already have my notes so I can just revise them. It's weird because term 2 I feel like I did more work, but I had more fun. So yeah, that was pretty much term 2. It was just a lot more chill. I'm pretty sure we didn't have a tutorial for like a few weeks at a time, but we had to do like a group presentation, individual presentations. Okay, moving on. So living wise, it's a campus uni, so year 1 we lived on campus. Now we all have to live in Leamington or Coventry, which both of them are really far away unless you kind of live near the uni, but no one wants to do that because there's nothing around there. I lived in Leamington, which most people do, and it was just a huge change having to live so far away because the bus from Leamington to campus takes half an hour. On top of that, the buses are just the worst thing ever. Like I can't even, the first day, literally my first day of uni in year 2, I couldn't get on the bus because they would just drive past me because they were full. So I had to, even though I had a bus pass, I had to pay to get on the other bus company because that was the only one free. And I'm not going to name the companies because I don't want to expose them, but everyone who goes to work knows what I'm talking about. I lived in North Leamington, so the bus goes from south to north, then to uni. And obviously everybody is trying to get onto campus in the mornings, and the bus is only so big. So it goes from south, picks everyone up, gets to north, there's no space on the bus, so the bus drivers just drive past you, even though you're literally there like, stop please. And then they literally just nod their heads like, are you joking? Like, what am I meant to do? Like, how am I meant to get to uni and to my lecture if I can't get on the bus? It was a traumatic experience, but I hacked the system. I had to get up 2 hours before my lecture. The trick is, if you do live in North, you have to get to the bus stop an hour before your lecture. The people who are in South, they will be doing the same. They'll be getting to the bus stop an hour before. But so if they get on an hour before, by the time it gets to you, it's probably like 1:15, which is too late for you to get on, because at that point it's all busy. If you get on an hour before, the time that the bus would be in South Lem would be like 1:45. So at that time, no one in South Lem would really be getting on the bus because it's too late for them to get on for that hour lecture, but it's too early for them to get on for the next hour. Therefore, when it gets to north, it's still not full. Basically, for 9 a.m, I had to wake up at 7. So yeah, that was a whole adjustment thing. The whole process of going to uni just takes up so much time. Other than that, I think it was also now hard adjusting to like fully independent life, because it was hard because like we had to do everything ourselves, and like if anything was broken, it was more effort to like call the landlord up and tell him. So stories about stuff being wrong with the house. Our sink like wouldn't drain. I tried to like poke stuff down it and it just made it even more blocked. I had to fix it. I like literally turned into a plumber. I googled so many things on how to unblock sinks. Like some things were like pour stuff down it, but we didn't have any of this stuff. So one of the other thing was to just like take the pipes out from the bottom. It was like a moment from a movie. I was unscrewing part of it. I started unscrewing the second part, and the minute it like came off, water just went everywhere. Not only was there water, there's also like gunk and gross stuff. I actually have a picture of it. Yeah, I was basically learning a new skill of plumbing. So then put back the pipe and like the water was flowing like it was flowing into the ocean. Now the last thing I want to say about living is that obviously it's just a lot more fun to just live in like your own space with just your friends. By the end of year 1, I just got so annoyed at everyone who I was living with, even though my friends sometimes did annoy me, getting their pasta on my clean dishes. I sometimes thought they took my stuff, but I was just being dumb. A lot of the time they would just leave their stuff everywhere. Ella, obviously they're my friends, so like I can't say mad at them. So it was just really fun living with my friends. Love you, Laura. I know you want a shout out. One last thing, we lived north, so we lived right next to the parade, which is the main part of the town with all the shops on it. We would always just walk to Spoons, and okay, the clubs were far because we were north, but we would still walk there. Although there was one club, Smack was near us, but Neon wasn't. That is pretty much it for the living situation. Now I want to talk about clubs and societies. Specifically, I'm going to talk about the one that I was in, obviously. I do dance. I'm part of CMD, classical and modern dance. So this year I was on the exec. You have a group of people who are in charge of the club, and you each have a different role. So I was the publicity officer for CMD. So I basically just was in charge of the social media, also made all the promo for our shows and our events and stuff like that. Honestly, it was like the highlight of my year. It was just so cool, just like being in charge of this club that like you literally admired so much when you first joined. It was just really nice being like part of a little group, like our exec group. Like I love everyone, and it was just such a cute like community, and I love it. Yeah, the role itself wasn't too hard. I'm glad I did it. It was a good experience, but now I'm kind of like, I need that task off my shoulders. I also went to like every social event, so that was really hard for me as well to balance that with my work. We do a lot of social stuff. It was so fun. It was just hard to balance like all the dance social stuff and my house social stuff. And on top of that, I was a dance teacher as well. I did interlyrical. Even though it was hard, it was just so rewarding. There would be people in my classes who would tell me stuff like that I'd help them gain confidence or that I'd help them get involved in stuff, and the fact that I'm inspiring people, okay, that's kind of dramatic, but the fact that I'm having an impact on people is just like so, it makes me happy. And also like it increased my confidence in my dancing, the fact that I can teach people even though like I still think I suck. Interlude. Social life. In term 1, as I said, I was really busy, so I barely went out or spent time with people apart from dance socials because like I was on the exec, and I think that was just like my own fault for not socializing. I don't know, I was just so focused on work and my boyfriend. I basically got into a relationship in the summer. We're at different unis, so I was so busy, but as well as that, part of my time went to my relationship, so it was just, I had a lot going on. I kind of thought like, oh, I've made all my friends from last year, like I don't need to put any more effort in. Like you do. If you don't spend time with people, like they'll just stop caring. In term 2, I did go out a lot more in the first few weeks, then it kind of settled down a bit and I didn't really go out that much. First year, it was just nice, like being a fresher and just being so like carefree. And second year, the highlights were probably being on the exec, being a teacher, having a boyfriend, living in your own house with your friends, living in the town where there was a lot more to do. I think that's pretty much it, like degree, dance, house, social boys. I don't know what else there is to say. Obviously it was cut a bit short because we don't get a term 3, and term 3 is pretty much like the best term, so that's really sad. So yeah, that was pretty much everything. I probably have more things to say but I can't think of them. Overall, yeah, again, it was a good year, just a lot harder than last year for many reasons, as I explained. If you have any questions about Warwick or biomed or uni life in general, just ask me a question in the comments. Make sure you like the video if this is interesting or it helped you, and like if you're at Warwick and you're in first year or you're gonna be in first year next year, or you're in second or third year, like I don't know why I specified. The more likes the better. Yeah, and subscribe if you want to see more purple hair, and if you want to see more uni videos, like and subscribe. If you want anything specific about Warwick that you want to hear about, then tell me down below. Have a good day or night. I hope everyone is okay, and good luck with your exams. Thank you for watching. Bye.